Lions get a road win in New Orleans, now 9-3 for the first time since 1962.
You are Locked On Lions, your daily Detroit Lions podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Welcome in, everybody, on a Sunday edition, a Locked On Lions post-game pod edition, right here of Locked On Lions, Locked On Podcast Network, Sunday, December 3rd into Monday, December 4th. Matt Derry with you as the Lions improved to 9-3 after a 33-28 win over the Saints today down in New Orleans. Lions led 21-0 before you could even, turn the car engine off and get comfortable at home. For those of you coming home from church and temple and brunch and everything else, Lions were cruising in this game. Then defense had some slip-ups. Saints got back into it. New Orleans had the ball with a chance to do some damage, down 5. Lions stopped them. Thank you, Jameis Winston. And then iced the football game on 2 huge Jared Goff throws to then take a knee and win the football game. And the Lions improved to 9-3. They leapfrog San Francisco for the time being into the 2 seed in the NFC, and they win on the road and they get a W and get out of New Orleans and come home. And that is all that matters here. Yes, future head coach Aaron Glenn's defense, brutal at times today. Yes, Frank Ragnow's knee injury, hopefully not as serious as the Lions thought at first. That's according to Dan Campbell. They might have escaped there. But yes, the offensive line is not the same without Ragnow. Sure, there were some drop passes. David Montgomery had a big drop today, and everything else that went into this game. But the bottom line is the Lions won. All right? They went on the road. It got a little hostile in the fourth quarter, even though for the first half of the game, it was all Lions fans, it felt like, and sounded like. But the Lions survived. They win 33-28. They needed to get this win over the Saints. They needed to play better. It's interesting hearing Joe Davis and Daryl Johnston, the Moose on Fox, talk about how Dan Campbell and a few of the players said the reason they lost on Thanksgiving was they were tired. 3 games in 11 days. They were exhausted. Lions had good energy today, came out swinging, led early, and won. We thank you for making us your first listen, checking us out wherever you get your podcasts. And, of course, thank you for subscribing and watching for free on our Locked On Lions YouTube channel. Show today is brought to you by Gametime. Download the Gametime app. Create an account and use code LOCKEDONNFL for $20 off your first purchase. Last-minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. Follow us on Twitter at Derry Speaks, at Locked On Lions, Matt Derry Facebook fan page as well. We have a lot of everydayers we want to shout out. We'll do so throughout the week, but thanks to everybody that checks out the program, hits me up on Twitter and on Facebook. We appreciate you guys as well. All right, where to start? I mean, the Lions out of the gate were awesome today. First quarter was completely dominated by Detroit as they led 21-0 in the first 7 minutes of the game. David Montgomery, a 2-yard touchdown run. Lions got the opening kickoff, just played smash mouth football. We knew the Saints' run defense was bad. Right? They gave up over 250 yards to the Falcons last week on the ground. We said it in one of our keys, run the ball. They did that. Montgomery, 2-yard touchdown run after a Gibbs lengthy run. Lions led 7-0. Then Sam LaPorta, 13-yard touchdown pass from Jared Goff. Boy, is this rookie tight end something. He's him. He is him. Sam LaPorta is a beast. Then Amon-Ra St. Brown on a slant pass against a backup safety, 25 yards away. 21-0 Lions led. Like I said, and it looked like it was going to be cruise control. Second quarter, Saints got back in the game. David Carr, who started off the game 1 out of 5 and couldn't do anything, all of a sudden connects on 15 straight passes. Lions defense completely goes to sleep. No pass rush again. And David Carr hits Jimmy Graham on a 6-yard touchdown in the second quarter. Graham beat Tracy Walker, who's just abysmal in coverage, 21-7. And then Riley Patterson with a field goal to end the half. It was 24-7 Lions at the break. Third quarters continue to absolutely suck for this football team. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Lions were outscored 14-3 in the third. Kamara, 2-yard touchdown run. Taysom Hill, a 1-yard touchdown run. I told you guys all week I said Taysom Hill and the Wildcat is going to cause them Lions problems. I knocked over my hand sanitizer. Here it is. I said it. Taysom Hill and the Wildcat is going to cause problems, and it did. Lions got down close, couldn't score. Settle for a Patterson field goal, 27-21. Then a huge play. Derek Carr fumbles a snap as the left guard was pulling, hits the ball out of Carr's hands. Lions get it. And then Jamison Williams on a double reverse touchdown run. Boy, does he have speed. From 19 yards out, two-pointer failed, 33-21. Kamara then on a 1-yard touchdown run with 7 minutes to go, made it 33-28. Lions tried to ice the game, but on third down, and I love the aggressiveness of Ben Johnson, Jared Goff escapes pressure, throws it to David Montgomery. He's got a first down. He drops the ball. Lions forced to punt. Saints get the ball back. Here's Jameis Winston. You want to talk about bad. I mean, Jameis Winston is bad. All right. A couple of first downs, but then on fourth down, he had Chris Olave open, missed him, and the Lions got the ball back and then actually threw two passes on second and third down. But then on third down, 3rd and 4 at midfield to ice the game. Lions could have ran the ball and punted. Elected to throw. Goff eludes pressure, fires one over the middle on a crossing route to Josh Reynolds, who bends down and makes a great catch. Ball game, couple of knees. Lions win 33-28. They improve to 9-3. All right. They win on the road. Dan Campbell, Aaron Glenn, and others going back to New Orleans. And while we're going to pick apart some things, the bottom line is the win. Right? It's the first time they've been 9-3 since 1962. All right. You love what you got today from the ground game. Again, I know it kind of was better in the first half than in the second half, but they ran for 142 yards today, only gave up 113 yards rushing, although Taysom Hill averaged 4.5 a carry. But Jahmyr Gibbs today, 8 carries, 60 yards. David Montgomery, 18 carries, 56 yards. Not his best day, but really the ground game got thwarted a bit once Frank Ragnow left the game in the first half. Second quarter, he goes out with a knee injury. Glasgow moves over to center. Sorsdahl plays right guard, and he's got work to do. I mean, he's a 5th-round pick rookie, but he has his struggles at times. But all in all, Lions ran for $142 today, which you'll take. And Jared Goff, when they needed him the most today, no turnovers. We talked about that as being a key. Did not turn the ball over once today. None from Goff, none from anybody. He was sacked once. 16 out of 25 for 213, couple of tutties, and passer rating of 117.6. That's great. This was the bounce back game the Lions needed from their veteran quarterback. He calmed the waters a few times. He delivered when it counted. All right. Great rapport with Sam LaPorta. I mean, my goodness, talk about a game for the rookie tight end. Most yards for a Lions tight end in this franchise history, 140. 9 catches, 140 yards. Only 2 players had multiple catch games today. LaPorta with 9, Amon-Ra with 2 catches. That's it. Reynolds caught 1 ball. J-Mo caught 1 ball. Brock Wright caught a pass. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. That was it. That was it for the Lions today. But, like I said before, Goff, cool, calm, collected, no turnovers. And the Lions won 33-28. If you told me at the start of the year that through 12 games, the Lions were going to go 9-3, and oh, by the way, go 5-1 on the road, you would have said, sign me up. Sign me up. And that's exactly what this team has done right now. All right. Want to get into the defense? We'll hand out some game balls. We'll do all of that today, right here on Locked On Lions. We thank you for making us your first listen and checking us out wherever you get your podcast. Locked On Lions is sponsored by BetterHelp. All right. Whether or not your family gives gifts during the holidays, you get to define how you give to yourself. It's the holiday season. You're thinking a lot about yourself, your family, everything that's around you. The holidays are a great time to do that. Really do some introspection. All right. So whether it's by starting therapy, going easier on yourself during the tough moments, or treating yourself to a day of complete rest, remember to give yourself some love this holiday season. The other thing that you could do is try out therapy. All right. Talking to somebody, always a good idea. All right. If you're thinking about starting up therapy, though, you want to give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. And all you got to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. All right. In the season of giving, give yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/lockedon today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/lockedon. Thank you to our friends at BetterHelp. Little post-game pod for you here on a Sunday. Lions 33, Saints 28. Got to give a shout out to the EP, my main man, the executive producer, Nathan Litke, his brother, Brandon, Rainey, Brandon's wife, and the boys. Got to hang out at the Litke compound today up in Rochester Hills. Had a great time watching the Lions game. We do this every year. I go to the Litke's house and we watch a game up there. So shout out to Brooks and Sanderson and Mason, and soon to be baby number 4. So had a great time up at the Litke's and saw a win, which was a lot of fun. So love that family to death. All right. So Lions led 21-0. All right. The game looked over. The Lions went into New Orleans today and had a mission and a purpose. They were physical. They forced turnovers. Brian Branch, the one-handed interception, was just awesome. The Lions were on it at the start of this game, and they were harassing Derek Carr. They were stopping Alvin Kamara. And it looked like it was going to be a blowout. And then it turned into a 5-point game with the defense having to get a stop. Now, to Detroit's credit, they did stop the Saints on their final possession, forcing a turnover on downs and the Lions to get the ball back. And I asked this question on Twitter at Derry Speaks. Does it count that the Lions got to stop at the end of the game when it's Jameis Winston on the other side? Because that Saints team, without Michael Thomas, without Rashid Shaheed, they're no good. All right, that's not a good football team. Jamal Williams looks like a shell of himself. Kamara is solid. All right, Olave is a good player. Ramchick, their left tackle, is good. But Derek Carr is no good. Jameis Winston's terrible. And, Taysom Hill in the Wildcat, and just the tackling in the second half. And the fact that in the third quarter, the Saints come out and do whatever they want on offense, and the Lions can't stop them. I mean, the Lions had to score 33 points today. And I'm not trying to spill cold water all over this win, but let's be honest. The Lions had to score 33 points to win this game today. It's the 4th week in a row the Lions have given up 26 or more points. And I have a stat from my crack research staff. If I could find it. It's the 15th time in the last 2 years the Lions have yielded 26 points in a game, second most in the league. This was the Saints. It's 21-0. It's 24-7 at the half. Why are we letting them back in this game? Poor tackling, poor angles. Yes, there was some luck involved. Winston throws a pass. Jerry Jacobs is waiting to intercept it. Branch trying to make a play. And I love Brian Branch. Tips it. It goes right to Olave. But every time the Saints got in the red zone, they were able to jam that ball in. Too many mistakes made today. Just assignment-wise and everything else on defense. You cannot allow the Saints to score 28 points and have the ball at the end of the game with a chance to win it. I mean, you got to put this game away. You got to put this team away. And next week, it's the same thing. Inferior opponent, the Bears, on the road. Jump out early, but don't let them back in it. And I know how the fans feel about Aaron Glenn. I mean, you want me to start reading the tweets? I mean, I could go all day. Pete Carmichael and the Saints offense made some adjustments in the second half, and the Lions didn't. The Saints started taking away the Lions' run game in the second half. And again, the Lions are not the same team without Frank Ragnow. But when you've got Jared Goff, you've got a chance. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but man, he delivers. Close games, home, road, whatever. He delivers. Didn't play well the last 2 weeks. All right. The turnovers were a problem. 6 turnovers in the last 2 games. He just seemed to be out of sync. Today, man, did he make some big throws. Third downs, the Saints couldn't stop him. Finding LaPorta over the middle. Finding Josh Reynolds at the end of the game. Made some very, very big throws. Passer rating of 117.6. You will take that all flipping day. And Lions got a little cute at times with Ben Johnson today. But again, the double reverse to Jameson Williams, that was something they had been setting up a couple of times throughout the day because they had run a reverse earlier in the game to Khalif Raymond. They also had faked a reverse earlier in the game on a give to Jahmyr Gibbs. Then they set them up for JMO, and boy, he just flew into the end zone. What a play call, and what an awesome sight to see Jameson Williams supermaning it into the end zone. How about that crowd down there? Man, Lion fans, you guys are unbelievable at the travel right now. Just amazing. You know, Crack Man and some of the regulars are always going to be on the road. But the Let's Go Lion chants, you could hear it kickoff. Incredible. Incredible today. So good sign to come back, bounce back, get a win on the road. All right. I like that. Again, defense needs work. That's an understatement of all understatements. Pressure today was a little better. Lions had 2 sacks today. One from Romeo Okwara and the other from Bruce Irvin. And of course, the Bruce Irvin hit on Derek Carr late in the game, which was called roughing the passer, is just ridiculous. It's horrible. And I know it's the rule. I know they went to Blandino and he said you cannot drive a guy. You've got to either let up, or if you hit him, let him off onto the side almost as you're taking him down. Do not jam them down to the turf. But it was nice to see Bruce Irvin get a sack and also have another quarterback hit later in the game, which was good to see. Notice one thing today that the Lions did that I haven't seen them do much this year. Aiden Hutchinson was lining up against the left tackle a lot more today and on the other side than he was the usual right tackle side today. Don't know what that means. Don't know if they were trying certain things today. But, Hutch today, what were his numbers? 2 tackles, both solo tackles, and 1 tackle for a loss on that run. Did he have a quarterback hit today? Yes, 1 quarterback hit as well. He's a good football player. Lions need more help. It was nice to see Bruce Irvin get in there. Kind of figured Julian Okwara would be a healthy scratch again, and he was. Isaiah Buggs, a healthy scratch. 3rd-round pick, Broderick Martin, a healthy scratch. I thought the defensive line was better today. Aleem McNeil was banged up all game and was a complete warrior today. Whereas Jim Harbaugh liked to say last night, a savage warrior. Anybody see Jim Harbaugh's interview today on the college playoff announcement? You want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ? Now Jim's playing the God card. Oh, God. Nick Saban's got a month to prepare for Michigan. Anyway, Aleem McNeil was a warrior today. That guy was on and off the field all game with injury. Blood on his jersey. That dude is tough. I'll take Aleem McNeil on my team anytime. All right, let's hand out some game balls, shall we? Let's do that coming up next. Glad the Lions, by the way, played indoors in New Orleans. You see some of the weather in these other places? Like they had 3 weather delays in Pittsburgh and Arizona. All that rain. The Jets game was brutal weather today as well. Next week will be interesting for sure when the Lions are in Chicago to take on the Bears there at Soldier Field. All right, I want to tell you about our friends at Gametime, the best app possible to get tickets. You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets for your next big event. How much time do I have? Where are the seats going to be? Gametime has you, all right? They're the fastest and easiest way to buy tickets for all the sports, music, comedy, and theater events near you. They got killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Gametime takes the guesswork out of buying tickets. Looking for last-minute tickets? They've got them. Flash deals, zone deals, they've got them at Gametime. Plus, that view from your seat at the venue is just the best. Not all of those apps, the other ticket apps have that. Gametime does. They got deals on tickets right up to the start of the event, even an hour after it starts. It's the best place for like last minute tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Gametime. Download the app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONNFL, and you're going to get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem the code. Spell it out. That's what they tell me to do. LOCKEDON NFL, LOCKEDON NFL for $20 off. Download Gametime today. Last minute tickets. Lowest price guaranteed. All right, I want to hand out some game balls today as the Lions win 33-28 over the New Orleans Saints. By the way, shout out to Joe Davis, Moose Johnston, and Pam Oliver. I thought they called a really good game today. I thought the Fox broadcast was enjoyable. I thought they did very well. Really good call. So Joe Davis, Michigan native, was really good. Game balls. You know who's getting the first game ball today. This is like a no-brainer. All right, it's not Sam LaPorta. It's not Jared Goff. It's Jalen Reeves-Maybin. JRM was everywhere today. What's going on? He's out there on defense on the first possession at linebacker making plays. Jalen Reeves-Maybin today, 6 tackles, 3 solo, a pass defended, and a quarterback hit. Every special teams play today, whether it was kickoffs, punts, he was down there making tackles. He was awesome today. Great to have Jalen Reeves-Maybin back, special teams captain, loved in the locker room. He was really good today. It 100% gets a game ball. Also today, of course, Sam LaPorta. 9 catches for 140 yards, breaks a Lions rookie single game record for yards by a tight end with 140. Targeted 9 times, caught 9 passes. Had that 48-yard catch, had a touchdown early in the game. He has become a serious weapon for this team and one of the better tight ends, not just one of the better rookie tight ends. He's one of the better tight ends in the game because he can block. He makes every catch. Ball's behind him, comes back and gets it. Ball's in front of him, dives and goes and gets it. Run after the catch. Everything else. Sam LaPorta gets a game ball. He was tremendous today for the Lions. Jared Goff, of course, why not? Passer rating of over 117, 16 out of 25 for 213. Not gaudy numbers, but 2 touchdowns, no fumbles, no interceptions, only sacked once. Showed some escapability today in the pocket a couple of times and deserves a lot of credit. I thought Jared Goff had a really good game and definitely deserves a game ball. And got to give one to the punt god, Jack Fox. A 60-yard punt today. 5 punts on the day, averaged 51 yards a punt. Down 1 inside the 20. He's a weapon for this team. All right. Offense stalls, it's going to happen. All right. I didn't love seeing 5 punts today. When your punter is flipping the field and averaging 51 a punt and had a long of 60, that dude is a weapon for this team. I love the punt god, Jack Fox. So Lions win 33-28. As of recording right now, they are the 2 seed in the NFC. And here's the thing, looking at the NFC playoff picture, and I was talking about this with Brandon and Nate today. I'd much rather, if you're the Lions, play like the Vikings in the 2-7 game or the 3-6 game, right? Last thing you want to see, Seattle. I don't want to see Geno Smith again. I do not want to see Geno. So if I have my choice of like the Rams or the Vikings or the Packers or the Seahawks, I, of course, am taking any of those teams not named Seattle. But I did tell you that I dreamt months ago that the Lions were going to get to the playoffs and host a playoff game. And in my dream, unfortunately, they were playing the Rams and Matthew Stafford, which would ruin everything because that would be a storyline none of us want to see. Not that the Rams are great or anything, but last thing we want is a Stafford reunion and all this garbage. Who can know? Lions just need to keep winning. Next week, the Bears. The week after, Denver. Denver lost today to Houston. But just keep getting the wins. You love to see it. Hope Frank Ragnow's knee injury is nothing serious. Dan Campbell said after the game today, at first glance, they thought it was bad. But now as they've done more tests, they hope it's just week to week and they get their Pro Bowl center back, because that run game is not the same. Not the same without number 77. All right. Thanks for checking us out wherever you get your podcasts, making us your first listen each and every day right here on Locked On Lions. Full week of shows starting up again tomorrow. We'll hopefully have I got a couple of guests I'm working on for this week. We'll get the crossover on Thursday with Lauren Cox, the host of Locked On Bears. Bears off today, have a bye. Lions, of course, get the win on the road. First of back-to-backs away from home. Saints now 5-7. Lions are 9-3. So fun day today. Made you sweat a little bit, as the Lions always do. But you'll take a win anytime you can get it. All right, this has been Locked On Lions for you right here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Matt Derry with you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.